arms, and there you were. Needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were. With sweet love and devotion, touching my emotion. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh, oh yeah, how sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did was such a bore. Everywhere I went, you know I've been there before. But you brighten up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby. Oh, oh, how sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. You were better to me than I was to myself. For me there is you.
Thank you for all being here today on this great summer day and joining the celebration of marriage of Gerald Edward Majeski and Sarah Jane Aki. Quite frankly, I've never been in this role before, coordinating the ceremony of two people whose lives were lived separately, but similarly for many years, until the world collided them together and their love sprouted and grew and blossomed and brought us all here together to become one in marriage. I have to say they both clean up pretty well. No Minnesota cap for Jerry, tilted one way, and Sarah in a dress. Rumor has it more than often you'll find two of them rolling through town listening to 90s hip hop on their way to Buffalo Wild Wings. Fill up on wings, beer, and football. Today there are no wings or football, possibly a beer, as we're lucky enough to join alongside them as they step into a new phase of their life. What once was we should becomes we will. And what used to be maybe one day is today. We are here to witness two people, once strangers, who have found their soulmate and have become partners in this life. From this day forward, these two hearts have become one, and Jerry and Sarah are now a family. I'd like to ask Fran Majeski to join us at the altar for a reading.
Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another and forgiving one another, if anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so you also must do. He who believes in him is not condemned, but he who does not believe is condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck, Write them on the tablet of your heart. And now, abide faith, hope, love, these three, but the greatest of these is love.
Marriage is a special place, a place of safety, understanding, respect, honesty, loyalty, and unconditional love. It is a place free of judgment and resentfulness, and instead a place of mutual growth and betterment and fulfillment. We are each still and ever growing and changing, and marriage is a place where we promise not only our own growth, but to witness and withstand the ongoing growth of another. In marrying, we promise not only to say, I love you today, but also, I promise to love you tomorrow and the next day and always. And now if Jerry's longtime friend Allison Woodson will join me for a unity ceremony.
I've known Jerry for 15 years now, and one thing I've always known about him is that he was meant to be a husband. He simply needed to find the right woman to be his wife, and he's found that in Sarah. And I couldn't be more honored and proud to perform this unity ceremony today. This is a bell of truce. Bells have long been associated with weddings as their joyous tones announce good tidings. I present this bell to you and ask that each of you give it a hearty ring while thinking lovely thoughts about the bride and groom and their future together. The bell will now be rung by each member of the bridal party, the parents of the bride and groom, and the bride and groom themselves. Throughout the evening, this bell will be displayed, and we ask that each of you take the opportunity to ring the bell while thinking supportive and delightful thoughts about this couple. Keep this bell in your home to remind you of your wedding day. When arguments arise, which they will, put this bell to its best use. Ring the bell to remind you of your wedding vows. Conjure up the happiest memories from this day, and to help you resolve your differences with love and compassion rather than anger and resentment. A bell's not a bell till you ring it. A song's not a song till you sing it. And love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away.
Jerry and Sarah have chosen to write their own vows for one another. May I have the rings? Jerry, please say your vows.
Sarah Jane, promises are important, sweetheart, and I have a few for you today. I promise to laugh with you. I promise to comfort you in sorrow and struggles. I promise to listen to you. I promise to offer my best advice in times of question. I promise to inspire you with choices I make in life. I promise to take example of the decisions you make in your life and strive to become a better man for you each day. I promise to pray for you, and I promise to pray with you. I promise to trust you. I promise to be faithful to you for the rest of this life and beyond. I promise to love you yesterday, today, tomorrow. Tomorrow and forever, through whatever adventures come our way. I love you, Sarah Jane. Unconditionally, this I promise.
Oh, you put it on my finger. It's upside down.
Is it? Hold on.
One of them's upside down.
There.
There. Now put it on. Here you go.
Thank you.
Force them down. All right. Well, Jerry, I thought of a lot of ways to write these vows for you, and I knew I definitely wouldn't make it through them without crying if I did it that way. So then I stopped and thought, but I know you better than anyone else, and there's really only one way to get things through to you. So, I don't know, girls, could you help me out? So look at me now, wow, I'm rapping my vows, trying to articulate how much I love you somehow, trying to put my love to words, but man, it hurts, there are no words to put to verse to show the world, I'm with you now, I need you now, I'm never gonna let you down. So take this vow to stand by you, protect you through all we will do. When times get tough, they will get rough. We're strong enough to make it through, be better too. I promise now to take these vows. Not even death can part us. This love is endless. My mind is made up. Finally a full cup. Through the sickness and the pain, one thing will never change. My love remains the same. Our trust will never wane. We're together now. There is no I. Whenever you cry, I cry. Whatever you try, I try. Only by your side will I stand by. Only with your wings will I fly. See? Inseparable, impenetrable, absolutely unconditional. I could never need you less. I'ma be Mrs. Jerry Fresh. You've made it through every test of truth and faith. As I look at your face, this ain't a race to the end. It's the end of the race. Feel my heart in each embrace. These rings around our fingers, like the circle is a symbol, like the minutes roll to hours, like the Father is our power, like the Alpha where it started, like the ocean when it parted, like the day fades into night and back to day repeating. This love I hold for you and I, as certain as the sun-filled sky, that in this world so unpredicted, this band means that one thing's fixed then. Our truth, our love, our faith, our marriage. You're my everyday weatherman, make every day better, man. Whether we weather it together, it don't matter, cause I know we can. You're my OG, my homie, the only one on earth for me. There'll never be another you. Every day to you I'm true. I'm ready to say I do to you. So let's do it now. Let's seal these vows. I cannot wait to celebrate. So if you do, then I do too. I'm permanently in love with you.
Whoa.
How do you follow that up? Do you, Gerald Edward Majeski, take Sarah Jane Aki to be your beloved wife, knowing in your heart that you will be faithful, be a faithful friend and a loving companion? In the presence of family and friends and witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you'll always be with Sarah and support her in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love her completely, to console her and comfort her during difficult times, to laugh with her and grieve with her, to share with her in life's simplest but most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with her, and to cherish her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Sarah Jane Aki, take Gerald Edward Majeski to be your beloved husband, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? In the presence of family and friends as witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Jerry and support him in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love him completely, to console him and comfort him during difficult times, to laugh with him and to grieve with him, to share with him in life's simplest but most enduring pleasures, to be truthful, honest, and cherish him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And now Jerry and Sarah, in the presence of all of their family and friends as witnesses, will sign their marriage certificate. Sarah's mother, as an ordained minister, will sign the official document.
All the more for that. Words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. And games that never amount to more than they're meant will play themselves out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time.
Jerry and Sarah, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You, sir, may kiss your bride.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of.
This is how they started their relationship as two single individuals. This is how they're going to start their relationship as husband and wife. Cheers.
And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah.